I am disappointed that her ladyship didn't find it fit to give Miss Gordon the 50% reduction.
You're still taking what's not yours.
Former NCB manager imprisoned for 7.5 years in embezzlement case. The former senior manager at the National Commercial Bank, NCB, who admitted to swindling $34 million from the financial institution, was this morning sentenced to a total of 7 years and 6 months in prison. Andrea Gordon, 52 years old, was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months on 3 counts of larceny as a servant, 2 years and 11 months on 3 counts of access with intent to commit an offense, and to 7 years and 6 months on 7 counts of engaging in a transaction involving criminal property. Her fate was decided by Justice Lorna Shelley Williams in the Home Circuit Court, who ruled that her sentences are to run concurrently. The mother of 2 appeared remorseful and ashamed as she sat in the prisoner's dock. The once highly respected bank manager previously pleaded guilty in April and was remanded. The court heard that Gordon's criminal behavior was discovered in June 2020 after the bank received intelligence that she had been conducting fraudulent transactions. Based on subsequent investigations, it was discovered that she transferred money from the bank's internal system to her personal accounts and also to her family members, as well as accounts belonging to customers. Gordon had used funds to purchase items including clothing, handbag, and to fund construction work on the Coolwater Havendale premises in St. Andrew. However, when confronted about the embezzlement, Gordon told investigators that she took the money to assist a relative who had cancer, and also because she was going through financial difficulties after she started building her home in 2017. The court had previously heard that NCB had linked $111 million in suspicious transactions to Gordon. However, the indictment on which she was sentenced only accounted for $34 million over the period 2017 to 2020. Gordon, who worked at NCB's Atrium headquarters, was employed to the bank for 30 years and at the time of the offense was earning $11 million per year. Attorney at law Vincent Wellesley represented Gordon. In the meantime, a July 9th date has been scheduled for a case management hearing pertaining to an application for a forfeiture penalty order that has been filed by the Financial Investigation Division. People, there you have it. So for those of you who don't know the story, the backdrop is basically the 52-year-old bank manager worked in New Kingston at the headquarters, I'd call it the atrium of the NCB Bank. And it was said that she took $111 million and she was only indicted for $34 million. Today was her sentencing. Now, from what I've seen in videos of her, she actually built a movie theater in her home. For one, you should not take people's money. It's not yours. But if you say you've taken the money for cancer, how does a movie theater comes into the picture? Like a movie theater, are you building it for the person who has cancer? Are you building it to put into the hospital, or you built it to put into your home? Everything about this was strategically done. And this is why each time, and I've had encounters with several institutions where I check every single penny down to the T. I've had instances where several thousands of dollars have been missing from my account, and when I make contact with managers of the institution, it was put back. Now, since then, I've made sure to watch like all of my accounts consistently and with a microscopic glass. The fact that she was able to transfer funds into customers' accounts, this is why you'll probably hear some people sometimes say that, oh, I see some strange or fictitious money in my account, and then a couple weeks after, the money disappears. Sometimes it is the internal people, like in her case, that are swindling money through your accounts or using your accounts, for a lack of a better phrase, to wash the money. And by washing the money, it simply means you put it in here temporarily, store it for a while, then you probably move it into a next account, or you take it from that account, put it into another account until you feel comfortable that you've moved it around enough for you not to be under scrutiny or be caught. The fact that she was also using family members' accounts to remove and push these monies around, it means that this was calculated. Personally, for me, this has nothing to do with the illness of anybody. This is obviously a woman who saw a means within the institution that she could take what doesn't belong to her on top of what she's getting per month. This woman is easily earning over $800,000 a month. Easily. Now, can this maintain the lifestyle that she has been pushing on the outside? I don't know. Sometimes people live above their means, and in so doing, they find themselves in situations like these. Now, nobody should live above their means. If you have a good job that is paying you $11.1 million per year or per annum, whichever way you want to call it, I don't see why you would need to steal what doesn't belong to you. Now, again, that's personally my opinion. Everybody deals and operates differently. Everybody deals and operates differently. So I personally wouldn't do it. For people like her, I have a huge problem with it, because you have genuine people who work hard, sweat and tears. And these millions that she has embezzled did not come out of thin air. They didn't come from the bank itself. They came from somebody's hard-working money. Now, whether she takes it from the rich or whether she takes it from the poor or the middle class, that's irrelevant. The point is, it was never her money to begin with. It was never monies that belonged to her. It was never monies that she worked or earned. So she should have never embezzled people's money. So you imagine you working your heart, sweat, and tears, and this woman is shaving off $1 or $100 out of your account every month. This is why I implore you all, when you are banking with an institution, ensure you check the full value of your money that you put in monthly. That will save you some of this drama. Again, you may be just one of them who gets away if you check, but with all the accounts going around, that would be something that everybody who has an account has to check. This is not the first time you've seen the banking institution, namely NCB, caught up in this sort of scandal. I remember some years ago, there was this young man who was taking $1 from each person's account and depositing it into his own funds or his own accounts. And he got caught, and then it died down. Is she the only one probably doing this in NCB? No, maybe not. There are allegedly many more who are doing this, but they've just not been caught. The fact that intelligence called the bank and told the bank that she was doing this, she's been there 30 years. She could possibly have started this from the 30 years ago. She was even using the funds to work on a complex. So it simply means that she is invested in taking funds that doesn't belong for her, because she has invested in investments from the funds that she has taken. The fact that she has gotten 7 years, to me, is a slap on the wrist. I personally think for a crime like this, the minimum she should have gotten is 10 years. But who am I? I don't run the law in Jamaica, but she has only been indicted for 34 million when she has possibly gotten away with another 60 million that is not accounted for, because if you remember, it was originally 111 million and she's only been charged now for 34 million. Anyways, she is going to spend 7 years in prison, and I think the lesson in this to all, stop taking what is not yours. You just need to stop taking what is not yours, because if you take what is not yours, you're going to have to pay the penalty for it and pay the price for it. And let this be a lesson to the young ones. Work hard for what you believe in, struggle hard for what you want, and get it. And when you get it, make sure that you preserve it. Anyway, people, tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think that the sentence she was given was fair? Do you think that they should be seeking the other $60-odd million that she wasn't indicted for? And as per usual, we'll have a discussion down below in the comment section. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell. And if you've not yet smashed the like button on this video, smash the like button and send this out. I'm out.